Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Larry Bodenheimer and today we're taking a look at XMRig. Now this is special for this channel because it's the very first malware we're reviewing that is not a rat. Might still send some of your data off, we'll check and see if it does so during testing, but this primary function is to mine cryptocurrency on your hardware. Now, before we take a look at it in VirusTotal, we do have the folder here. We have the malware itself, and we have the MD5. I know some of you like to have the MD5 for analysis during the video or afterwards, so you could take the time now to pause, note this down, and then resume the video. Now that I've allowed time for that, let's go ahead and take a look at VirusTotal. We have a bunch of little tags up here. 64-bit, checks disk space, detects debug environment, checks CPU name, but the three I'm most interested in, because we've yet to see these in a video, are 3 CVEs. These are common vulnerabilities and exploits, and we could take a look at those at the end of the video. We do have 46 detections, so it would actually be easier to see who doesn't detect this. So let's take a look down here. We have ClamAV, ESET, Harong, who else? WebRoot. I'm not seeing any big names that aren't detecting this. We do have Bitdefender giving it a variant of Teddy. Good job. So those are the ones that don't detect it. Everyone else seems to do so. If we go to details, here's your MD5, your SHA-1, and your SHA-256. It says creation time was 2 months and a week ago. First submission was July, and then last submission, last analysis, that was me, was today, about 15 minutes ago. It has 4 different names. It looks like a random string.exe, smedpavtun.exe maybe, which is what we have, servicehost.exe, interesting, and then a random string.virus. We go to relations, we can see that it contacts 8 URLs. A lot of these come up as very suspicious. So we have down.mvip8.ru /7z.exe, okay. Same thing, /7z.dll /bin.zip and /taskmanager.bin. Okay. 8 contacted domains, 2 of them are suspicious, down.mvip8.ru, or actually 3 of them are, mvip8.ru and yn.mvip8.ru. So we'll take a look at this domain after the malware runs as well. 18 contacted domains, 3 of them are malicious. We've got a 103, a 172, and then of course Google DNS because that's malicious. It does have 1 execution parent, which unfortunately has no name, but has 46 detections. Is that that's the exact same thing. I don't know if that counts as a parent, but okay. Is that Vietnam? I can't think of any other country that would have that. Get out of the way. Yeah, it's Vietnam. Our first Vietnamese malware, guys. I'm so honored. And then we have 18 drop files, which, oh, good God. bin.zip, winring0x64.sys, config.json, bunch of stuff.temp, the same file, taskmanager.exe. Okay, interesting. And I don't spend much time on behavior on this channel, but if you guys would like to pause and look at some rules, you can do so. We do have 3 high, 1 medium, and 1 low. And we have, I don't know why it's being like this. Hello? Why did that minimize? See y'all. We have 9 high, 2 medium, 5 low, and an info. Crowdsource IDS rule. And we have 5 posts on community. Of course, Jaffa Cakes has been here. Joe Security gives us the name XMRig. Carlos Cabal does the same. Petic doesn't give it a name. It just gives it the Kaspersky name of BevGC. And Jaffa gives it the name of XMRig as well. So now that we've taken a look at that, let's show the tools that we're going to be using for this video. We have, and I need to reposition these because these are in a weird order. Process Hacker, which I will go ahead and move over here and scroll down towards the bottom. Process Monitor, which I will move over here. Wireshark, which could stay where it's at, and Fiddler. Now I will go ahead and restart these because we're about to run the malware. And then clear all that, hit go. Let's go to the malware folder. And last thing we're going to do is look at the properties. No digital signature, no properties whatsoever, only the size and the date modified. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and pull up Process Hacker, and let's run the malware. Do you want to allow this app from an unknown publisher to make changes to your device? Of course I do. So we're going to run that. It immediately opens, and we get a thing here that says SSHD agent, OpenSSH authentication agent has been created. So if we take a look around here, I'm not seeing anything too suspicious, and I don't see anything directly open. It's not under Explorer, there's not anything off on the side that we should immediately recognize. But if you have a trained eye, you might have seen it already. So up here, we have under servicehost.exe, taskmanager.exe, and conhost.exe. Now, even if this wasn't here, the whole SSHD agent for the description, if you're kind of more skilled, you should know that taskmanager.exe has an icon, and most people know it does, but it should also be showing up here as well. Now, before I actually look into that, if we open the real task manager, it disappears because it has some kind of debug. It closes itself if you open the real task manager, assuming that you're doing that trying to find if anything is suspicious on your computer. But as you can see, the real task manager runs under explorer.exe and has an icon, obviously, but the icon does show up here as well. So now that we close that, if we give the machine a few seconds, the task should open again on its own. It just waits long enough to make sure, runs a check that Task Manager is actually not open, and then it should open again. We can go ahead and minimize Firefox. So if we scroll up, these are fine. Not really anything too suspicious here. But if we go back down, there it is. Taskmanager.exe and conhost.exe. So let's open the file location. And this is actually stored under Windows System Debug. And we've got some things that we saw before. So we've got that config.json, servicehost.exe. But you know what? Oh, wait a minute. That's not the real service host either. Oh, that is special. That is very special. I didn't even catch that during testing. I didn't even think to look at it. So if we take a look at this, we go to properties on servicehost.exe, huge emphasis on air quotes, there's absolutely nothing here. Now, I didn't catch that last time. And if we analyze it, 46 out of 71 detections, it's the exact same thing, just renamed as servicehost.exe. Very interesting. Now, if we take a look at Task Manager, that is not the same. That is sshd-agent.exe. It is minor.rasy or file rep malware, minor trojan PUA, 46 detections. I won't take a look at who all is detecting it because that's not the main purpose of this video. But let's take a look at its relations. And this actually also reaches out to taskmanager.bin. It's the same down.mvip8.ru. And I'm not seeing anything else malicious. Not anything new. I mean, obviously there's other malicious things here, but I'm not seeing anything new. There's two bin.zips, and they seem to be different. But other than that, that's never happened before. I don't know if that was... I don't think that was actually a part of the malware itself. Oh? Oh? Um, okay. Now, as I was saying, yeah, I'm not seeing anything else that's new. Okay. What the heck is going on? Okay, so if we just open like YouTube. Oh. Oh, it didn't like that. It didn't like that at all. So, this is new. This did not happen during testing. Sometimes things happen that didn't happen during testing and they're very fun to look at. And sometimes it does absolutely nothing that you want it to do. But we'll try again in a minute. But we have this config.json as well. We also have a DLL and a .sys file, and we have xmr.zip. And then here we have that same task manager file. Yes, the same one. And we also have... Hello? Okay. That, I'm gonna be honest, scared the shit out of me. Okay. Could I have my computer back, please? I would greatly appreciate it. Let's go to send control alt delete. Okay. How do I go to, yeah, run new task, Explorer. No! Are all my open files gone? My programs? Wait, maybe not. Oh, that's just task manager. I think it closed everything. So it was running checks for probably virus total in the browser name. And then it started running checks for probably things like Wireshark or Fiddler or maybe even like Process Hacker. And then it was like, no, you don't get to have this. You don't get to have this anymore. And they just closed Explorer. So it's also running extremely slow. The only reason I didn't say anything about it is because the fans on my computer aren't running too hard, and I have most of my physical memory and CPU dedicated to the virtual machine. Can I have this? Thank you. No, it's not running too hard. I have no idea why it took so long to reload Explorer. No, but that was terrifying for me. And now it's not running. Or is it? Did I just miss it somewhere? No, I don't see it. I wonder if once it ran that check, not only did it close... Huh. Not only did it close the... What's the thing I'm trying to think of? The Explorer, but it also killed its own process? Possible. But now the problem is we won't be able to see what it was connecting to in Wireshark, so we're going to have to run it again. I'm going to restart the computer. So let's restart. If this has like some kind of wiper aspect to it, and I know it doesn't because like nobody cares about things like that anymore, but if this had some like wiper aspect to it, I would have found the crown jewel of malware. Because like this is a thing that's typical of like rats, right? The one time we got something like this to happen, it was from a cryptojacker. So yeah, I mean, yeah, this is definitely entertaining for me. But if we go back and we open all of those programs again, let me open Process Hacker 2 really quick and just make sure that it's not running on startup. Oh, it is. Oh, that's interesting. So why? eh, I was assuming that it had just uninstalled itself once once it detected that things like this were running, because it killed Explorer. I mean, there's no other reason for that than, it knows things like this are running. But then it started again on startup. Huh. Okay. And it's not the CPU that's the issue, but this is taking a very long time to load, and I'm not sure why that is. So I'm going to go... Let's see. We don't actually have to restart the malware because it's already running. Let's open Wireshark. We're going to open Ethernet 0. And well, I would assume it would just start spilling packets, but no. What is going on? Oh. I can't use my taskbar anymore. There we go. What the hell? Come back here. Okay. This is very peculiar. So let's open VirusTotal again. Let's open Firefox. Okay. No! It just immediately closed my browser because VirusTotal is one of the open tabs. Let me have my browser back, damn you! Okay. Fine. You want to be like that? We go to LibreWolf. Wait a minute. It's not because VirusTotal is open. It's just closing every active browser now. Tor? Okay. It's not closing Tor. And that's probably coming from Tor itself. Probably. Yeah, TLSB 1.3. And if I close it, yeah, that was a bunch of traffic from Tor. Now this is unreliable, so I have to continue without saving and redo the thing. Okay. So most likely what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to open a browser from the host and like move it over to this window, because it's just closing every browser that it has a thing for. It's not VirusTotal that has anything to do with it. I'm not clicking. I'm not moving my mouse. And now it's not doing anything. What? Okay. I'm clicking now. I'm clicking a button now. What is going on? Why is it working now and it... Okay. So we're going to open detection. Actually, we're going to open relations. Do any of these match the IPs that we have here? Now, during testing, I saw the 172, this one here, but I never saw this 188. So I'm assuming the 172 is the IP for MVIP8. Maybe not, but I mean, if I just do a quick glance through here, I'm sure we'll see it soon. We got some 35s, we got some 13s. Those aren't on there. Matter of fact, well, I guess if it was already installed, that it wouldn't be connecting to it, would it? And I'm not seeing anything else. We got a 136. And these are all IPv6 on LLMNR and MDNS, so that's not something we're going to pay any attention to. 23220, that's not there either. So we're not going to see any like real suspicious connections, at least tied into the main, like, wait, that's that's not even the right one. No! Stop! I'm doing very important work here. Please don't kill Explorer again, because that scared the ever-loving shit out of me the first time that you did that. Okay. And now we have a proxy server. You really are going to do everything within your power to stop me from taking a look at your connections, aren't you? Ethernet. Proxy. Yeah. Okay. Stop that, please. Thank you. Now we're going to try again. Good. Good malware. All right, we're going to take a look at this. Okay, this is the correct one. So if we go to relations, these are the things that it's reaching out to. So it's more of the same, but this is the one that I was seeing earlier, the 172. That's the one I saw during testing, and we're probably not going to see it again unless we like reinstall the malware, but what if we could figure out something else? 6.4 is not on here. We got a lot. Whoa, what the hell? Whoa! Hey, stop all that. That's not funny. Don't do that. I'm trying to do work here. So that was, no. No. Oh my god. Okay. So let's take a look at HTTP and see if there's anything that just sticks out. These are all, like, OCSP. Maybe not all of them. That's, okay, that's just something with Firefox. That's fine. That's DigiCert. That's also, that's a Microsoft certificate authority. Yeah, these are all certs and, like, Firefox. So we're not going to see anything from this, most likely. So what we're going to have to do is actually run the malware again. So probably the best way to do this would be to reset the virtual machine. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so I have most of the virtual machine set back up again. I just have to open VirusTotal and get that ready. Now, we don't have a... The heck is all this? Stop that. Now, we don't have a lot of time on this. It seems to be some little time limit before it starts running checks to see if things like VirusTotal and some analysis tools are open. So we're going to have to be quick about this. Let's make sure Wireshark is ready. I doubt we're going to be using Fiddler, but I do have that open as well. Let's go ahead and get the VirusTotal page for this ready again. Let's go not behavior. Oh, it always freezes when I do this. Stop it! Stop! Okay. And then we're going to... That's a lot of random stuff. Alright, we're going to run the malware. Quick. Alright, we got all sorts of stuff coming through again. That thing is open. And I don't have to have... I don't have to have Firefox open to tell you this amount of traffic is not normal. This is not normal at all. But we're looking for some specific ones. I think I'm looking for a 172. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure this source is it. If we go to 172, yep, that's it. So this is the one with the 1 detection that I thought I saw earlier. And I'm assuming we'll see the connection to the one that has the 103 later. Because right now I'm not seeing a 103 anywhere. 184, which is not a part of that. I think that's just a red herring. What else? I'm looking specifically for the 103. I'm hoping it shows up soon, though, because we don't have much time until it starts crashing tabs, closing browsers, and then closing the entire Explorer. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and try to connect to down.mvip8.ru. Let's open another tab, or another window. Now let's go to mvip8.ru. And if we do that, that is not Russian. That is, it looks like Cantonese. This website, mvip8.ru, is currently offline. You are a lie, and you are a lying bitch. I am not falling for that at all. because we know it's open. So let's do down.mvip8.ru. Cloudflare's 403 forbidden. So mvip8.ru is not down, but down.mvip8.ru is right. And if I go to /7z.exe, it does download. So this is something I don't think we even saw during our testing. Like my live testing now or my testing earlier. I saw it in VirusTotal, but I didn't see it on the computer. So, well, let's actually get VirusTotal open first. VirusTotal.com. Again, we're racing the clock with this one. It's only one detection. Is that the real 7-zip? Because I do know the real 7-zip has 1 or 2 detections. It's in my downloads folder, right? Take a look at the properties. That's probably the real 7-zip. Okay, so that's fine. What else do we have? That's the wrong one. We have 7z.dlo and then bin.zip. So let's try bin.zip. File contains a virus or malware. Allow download. Take a gander at that. And yeah, that's all the junk that we were seeing earlier that was in that debug folder. Okay, so it's not something we haven't seen before. And next I'm going to try this IP. Direct IP access not allowed. You've requested an IP address as part of the Cloudflare network. A valid host header must be supplied to reach the desired website. Okay, and then this one's out of Vietnam. I really highly doubt that one's going to give us anything other than like a connection refusal. Let's take a look at Fiddler. Is there anything that just jumps out in HTTP? Yeah, that was us trying to open that. Now that's a 200 main.css, and these are a 403 forbidden. Okay. Even connecting to that mvip8.ru wasn't in HTTP. It was in HTTPS, so we're not going to see anything through Fiddler. I'm still not seeing this IP anywhere in Wireshark. Oh, wait. Oh, there it is. That could have been me. So let's scroll up. No, okay. So it is doing some connections. We do ip.addr equals 103.173.254.78. Okay, yeah, it's definitely been connecting to it. I just have been missing it somehow. Okay, so it is making connections to that IP. Last thing I know to do is try to connect to that IP. And it's another 403 forbidden. Right, so this IP, I was wrong. I was thinking this IP was probably the one that had those files on it. But it looks like this is not this. This one is the C2. I was wrong, but I can be wrong sometimes, right? What is this yn.mvip8.ru? I got a feeling it's going to be the same one where it says the website's down. Or maybe it'll give us a connection refusal? It's possible. Quite. But after that, I think we would have taken a look at everything. Yeah, it's another 403 forbidden. Took its sweet time doing that, though. Well, the last thing we can really do is take a look at... Let's see, where are you? Oh, no, actually, it would be kind of difficult to do that because it has the same name. Well, the real task manager wouldn't be creating files anyway. Okay, we can try it. Let's go to filter. And we're going to do operation is create file. And then we're going to do process name is, and first we're going to do this one. Add, yes. Not too many events. Hey! This is intelligent malware. Ooh. And now I can't see anything that it did. That's so unfortunate. Oh, okay, okay. So is it detecting that I searched for it in Process Monitor, or is it detecting some of its own deleted files showing up? Now I can't. You let me have it before. Come on. What if I say pretty please? No! I thought for sure that was going to work. Okay, well, we can't have Process Monitor anymore. So unfortunate. But the last thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the CVEs. Let's go ahead and maximize the page. The first one we got here is CVE 2015-2331. That's not what I copied, but okay. So let's look that up. Let's look at the NVD. Integer overflow in the zip, CDIR new function in zip, dirent.c in libzip 0.11.2 and earlier, as used in the zip extension in PHP before 5.4.39, 5.5.x before 5.5.23, and 5.6.x before 5.6.7, and other products, allows remote attackers to cause a denial of service application crash or possibly execute arbitrary code via a zip archive that contains many entries, leading to a heap-based buffer overflow. CVSS version 2.0 gives it a base score of 7.5, and the other two have no score for it. Okay, let's take a look at the second one. 2009 is kind of crazy, I'm not going to lie. Can I copy this, please? God. I hate when you run the malware and you realize that you're going to be fighting with your own computer more than the... Boy. What I thought. This vulnerability has been modified since it was last analyzed by the NVD. It is awaiting reanalysis, which may result in further changes to the information provided. Cross-site scripting vulnerability in Bitdefender Internet Security 2009 allows user-assisted remote attackers to inject arbitrary web script or HTML via the file name of a virus-infected file, as demonstrated by a file name inside a RAR or zip archive file. Okay, so this has a base score of 4.3, and the others have no base score. All right, and then the last one. I'm really surprised this hasn't closed yet. I really hope I didn't just jinx myself, but I probably did. Let's go ahead and type that. What have we got here? This is vulnerability modified, blah, 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 don't care. Squid 3.x before 3.5.15 and 4.x before 4.0.7 does not properly append data to string objects, which allows remote servers to cause denial of service, assertion failure, and daemon exit via a long string, as demonstrated by a crafted HTTP vary header. So CVSS version 3 has a base score of 7.5, CVSS version 2 has a base score of 5, and CVSS version 4 has no score. So that is going to be about it. I mean, anything that we try to do to take a further look at this is just going to delete itself. Very intelligent malware. It is the first time that we've actually seen intelligent malware on this channel. I'm going to try one more time. I'm going to run as administrator. I'm going to give it a shot. And I think it was the quickest it's gone out so far. Okay. Yo, hacker, are you chill like that? I remember seeing something like this in a meme on a Discord server a long time ago, and he installed a rat for testing, and they started like moving things around his computer. I think they opened like Microsoft Edge, and he made a text file, and just I think he didn't change the name of it, but he went in and he said, "Yo, hacker, are you chill like that?" And then they typed yes, which is probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen when it comes to malware analysis. But that is going to be it. I hope you guys did enjoy this review of XMRig. If you guys did enjoy the video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Finally, if there's anything that I did not do in this video that you want to see in the future, please leave a comment in the comment section down below. My name is Larry Bodenheimer, you guys have been amazing, and I will see you in the next one.